Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday success training call. We're really excited to welcome you. It's one of my favourite calls of the month. It's a little bit unwell today with back pain, so we are going to be getting kick-started watching a short video in replacement of Sue's product training for this morning.
And my heart stopped. It's as if my heart already knew that the doctor was calling with news that no one wants to get. You see, I'd already lost my father to his second heart attack, and now the doctor was calling me with more bad news that my mom had.
James, we can't see a video. We can hear it, but we can't see anything.
Let me just change that around. Sorry about this.
Sorry, guys. That's all right. Bear with us this morning. A couple of technical issues, but we'll get by.
Yeah. Okay.
Changed in an instant.
Okay, just a moment. Can you see that now? Can you see that now?
Yes. Yeah, we can see it now. Yeah, thank you.
I was chasing after my kids before dinner, not a care in the world. And then the phone slipped to the floor. And in that moment, I made a decision. I looked at my kids. I looked at my life. And I decided I would never go down this road. I never wanted my kids to have to face those kinds of harsh realities that I was facing. And I never want you, if you can help it, to have to face those realities. If you've ever gotten that call that nobody wants to get, if you've ever buried a family member before their time, then you know how I felt in that moment. My name is Dr. Mitra, and I want to be around to dance at my grandchildren's wedding. That's why I started taking responsibility to make lifestyle changes, reduce stress, pay attention to my sleep, hydrate, exercise, and most importantly, get more plants into my body. To that end, for the last 27 years, I have been eating and recommending a whole food nutritional product called Juice Plus. No, it's not a juice, but it is food. Juice Plus is encapsulated plant powders and omega fats. What that means is that it's a salad in a capsule form. And mom win? These plant powders also come in chewable form, and the omegas can also serve as a chewable, as they don't taste like fish. They have kind of an orange popsicle taste to them, and that's good for the kiddos' growing brains. These products have an impressive body of research behind them. What that means is that there's nothing else available today in any place in the world, with or without a prescription, that has been shown to do what Juice Plus can do for the whole body. It's safe and protects your cells from womb to tomb. I wish my parents had this earlier in their life. It leaves me with so many questions, so many what ifs, which is why I'm here today. It's my privilege to share 3 quick research updates on our Whole Food Juice Plus products, especially from the perspective of brain health. I hope this makes my parents proud. The first thing I want to share is the update on omegas, because they are so critical for every cell in your body. People would ask, Dr. Mitra, what supplement should I take for omegas? And to this, I had no answer other than, well, you just have to eat a variety of seeds and nuts. So grind them up, put them in your smoothie, or put them on top of salads every day. Honestly, even for a dedicated healthy eater like me, that was no small feat. And taking a supplement wasn't the answer, so I thought. I didn't trust the industry because of the many technical challenges involved in putting these delicate omega fats into capsule form. What that means is that the omega soft gels on the health food shelf today most likely have a rancid fats in them because they have to have been exposed to heat to get them into those gel caps. I would never recommend that. Yet I knew from the research I did on heart and brain health to help my parents that the science shows that those who have the most omega fats in their diet do better. As far as the brain is concerned, it is an omega hog. It hoards omega fats so that it can function properly. And the key indicator for cardiovascular health is a test for how much omega-3, especially EPA and DHA, is found in your red blood cells. Doctors are particularly interested in these two omega fats, and this measurement is called the omega index. What that means is that your red blood cells can bounce around and do their job. Just like you can't dance or do yoga when you're stiff, having lots of omega makes these membranes more fluid, and so the red blood cells in your body are more fluid and functional. Here is an impressive graph showing the changes in the fluidity of your red blood cells from the start of the study to 16 weeks later. Comparing the two blue bars, the control group shows no significant change, whereas there's a significant change in the omega index from taking 2 omega capsules a day. Now, the green shows the synergistic effect of adding the other fruit, vegetable, and berry blend to this omega regimen, giving an even higher omega index. Finally, the yellow shows continued improvement with taking 4 omega capsules a day. So with 4 capsules, the fun dancing really begins for your red blood cells. These omegas are captured safely using a proprietary technology and contain not just omega-3, but the full spectrum of omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 as found in Mother Nature. When I researched how a full spectrum of omegas protect us, I realized that Juice Plus omegas are way ahead of their time. And I wish I had them around for my parents. While everyone else is telling you to take omega-3 supplements, I am telling you that you need a full spectrum blend of omegas as found in Mother Nature. She does not mess around. The second piece of research I want to share is about polyphenols, which is a big word, but don't let that scare you from learning about this incredible family of nutrients found in a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Polyphenols keep you young and healthy. When you hear words like adaptogens or antioxidants, think polyphenols. They are the key to the kingdom of great health. They help us look and feel young.
Yeah, we've lost the sound, James.
Before the study for a 2-week washout period. They spent a night at the lab fasting, and the first thing they did in the morning was to take the fruit, veggie, and berry blends. The researchers then took blood samples over a period of 10 hours. What they found was quite interesting. At different times, they saw different polyphenols in the blood, which the authors concluded showed how the bacteria in the gut metabolized those polyphenols in Juice Plus into other polyphenols. That means that your friendly bacteria love these polyphenols, and they use them to make even more polyphenols that help you stay super healthy, kind of like compound interest in your health savings account. So this first graph shows the polyphenols from the first part of the intestinal tract during the first few hours. Then other polyphenols peaked at 5 hours, which was indicative of how the bacteria in the colon were now metabolizing the polyphenols. And even at 10 hours, other polyphenol metabolites were found. I suppose they could have kept this study going, but these people eventually had to eat a real meal. Bless their hearts. Not only is this fascinating to me as a scientist, but provides me with highly practical information as a mom. I am so excited that my kids are getting that compound interest on polyphenols every day to stay healthy from the Juice Plus products. Polyphenols protect our cells from the daily toxicity we are exposed to, and this is critical for every organ, whether you are young or old. The time to start protecting yourself with Juice Plus capsules is now, regardless of age. And because of this Italian study, a group of brain function researchers in Spain got excited to see how this high level of polyphenol absorption from Juice Plus would enhance brain function. Here's the deal. Just like your body, your brain metabolizes sugar and oxygen to get stuff done, but in the process makes waste that needs to be constantly removed, not to mention environmental toxins as well. Polyphenols make all that happen better. The Spanish brain researchers knew that polyphenols do a great job increasing blood flow to the brain to deliver oxygen and sugar and other nutrients. They also protect our neurons from daily damage. This brings me to the third and final research update. If you care about your brain operating at its best, you will be glad you stayed on to hear the result of the very first study with Juice Plus and brain function. This study was done before the Juice Plus plant omegas were on the market, so it doesn't involve those omegas, although I can only imagine how much more of an impact adding the omegas would have made. This was a highly rigorous study, and if you're a geek like me and want to read this impressive study, take a screenshot and Google the first few words of the title. Briefly, they did 3 different tests that were challenging to determine if taking 2 capsules of each of the fruit, veggie, and berry blends would improve brain function. To give you an example, I am going to play a short video of one of the 3 tests, the Stroop test, and see how you do. Kind of challenging, right? The whole study was challenging as it involved many tests, and I'm so thankful they found people willing to be part of this rigorous study. The Stroop test is a well-known method to test for selective attention. And here you see a dramatic improvement after 16 weeks of eating Juice Plus when compared to placebo using 3 different variations of this Stroop test. Next, they looked at many aspects of our executive function, which include the ability to plan, mental flexibility, sustained attention, and the speed of processing. Eating Juice Plus for 16 weeks resulted in significant improvements in both speed and execution, as seen in the Tessin test. Finally, they tested working memory using what's called a wrist test. This involves riddles and categories. Once again, the group that had the Juice Plus did significantly better than the placebo group. The final conclusion is that eating Juice Plus fruit, veggie, and berry blends rich in polyphenols improves executive function, working memory, selective and sustained attention, and the speed of processing. Where do I get some, right? One thing you and I both need is an easy way to get more plant omegas and plant polyphenols into our body daily. The Juice Plus Quad, as I like to call it, delivers exactly that. The omegas from 6 plants and the polyphenols from 30 plants. in a more affordable way than trying to get that through food daily, not to mention the time to get it done. Of course, eat as many real fruits and vegetables as you can daily. In fact, I found that eating Juice Plus regularly made my children crave more fruits and veggies naturally, and it helped me improve my sleep. It gives me the energy to stay more active, and I'm more conscious of my health overall. And those kinds of results have been seen for over 20 years with hundreds of thousands of families around the world eating Juice Plus regularly. 71% were consuming less fast food and soft drinks. 61% were eating more fruits and veggies. 71% were drinking more water. 66% were visiting the doctor less. 60% were missing fewer days of school. And 56% were taking fewer over-the-counter and prescription drugs. What is that worth to a parent? To make Juice Plus more affordable for the whole family, I suggest the Healthy Start for Families program, where when you sign up for the capsules yourself, you can sponsor a child between the ages of 4 and 18 or college bound to get the fruit and veggie blends for free for up to 4 years. Talk to your Juice Plus partner about how you can get started right away with our quad. My name is Dr. Mitra, and whether you're a vegan or a junk food junkie or somewhere in the middle, I recommend Juice Plus for everyone. I want to leave you with this. I cannot go back in time and save my parents from their fate. I cannot reverse my loss, which was profound. What I can do is be an example for my kids. They are adults now and finishing up their college education. In raising them, what I found was most important was my example, more than any words I ever spoke to them. Recently, one of my daughters said to me, "Mom, I love you so much. I don't know what I would do if I had anyone else as a mom. My friends always come to me with their challenges because they think I'm so wise. And all I do is tell them what you have taught me, that I am responsible for my health, my happiness, and my life."
Amazing. Thank you so much, James. And if you could pop your top takeaways from that video in the comments, I think it was just full of so much incredible information. And I hope you screenshotted the study like I did so that you can go and research it afterwards and follow it up, because I definitely did. So we should have Vera on, hopefully, who was Sue's guest speaker. You just need to unmute yourself.
Oh, there we go. Made it just in
Hi,
time.
amazing. How are you?
Saturday morning. This is gonna help dropping kids there, here, and everywhere. And that's the beauty of what we do. We can do it all. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Vera. I'm a mom of 2, and I got introduced to this business when my youngest was a newborn, so almost 7 years ago. This is no rags to riches story, or I haven't really climbed the compensation plan or done big stuff, but I have stuck the course, and I'm still here, and I love all the positive things that this business has given me. When I got introduced, actually, I didn't, because I came to this, got my university diploma. I did all the stuff that you would do at the age of 21, which is work a lot of hours, work on the weekends, do everything that I possibly wanted to do with all the time that I had. But then I became a mom, and everything started to become a little bit more challenging as a woman, as a mother, and my priority was being a present mom. So even though I did have a diploma and I did have a career as such, I was a still freelance interior designer, but at the time I could not work with having a newborn and doing a school run with my eldest. So I just put that to the side, and I said, right, this can wait. I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom for a while, which was great. I don't want to say and sound ungrateful. a few months in, I could feel that I got lost basically in the mom life, and there was nothing, like the days were long. My husband was out from morning till evening. There was not so much excitement in the day, nothing to look forward to. It's the same old, same old. And so basically, as I said, I didn't think I needed this. I didn't think I would cope with having a business because I stopped working. But I don't believe in coincidences. So this kind of came into my life, and it was exactly what I was searching for, or my soul was searching for, but I didn't think that I needed it. But I sure did, because it's given me so much more that I can count now in a few minutes that I have to talk. I am was the shell of a person that I am now. The growth that I've had is just unbelievable. Everyone who knew me before does not recognize me. Like the friends I have from back home who knew me throughout the school years, that I was shy, that I was an introvert, that I was always sit at the back of the class, that I wouldn't raise my hand unless I was sure I knew the answer. And now I get to talk in front of people. I get to be in rooms full of people and don't get boggled down by it all. And it's made me a better person. It's made me a better mom, a better partner. It's like catapulted everything else in my life just because I said yes to this business. And first I said yes to the products, and I fell in love with them really quickly. They're really a no-brainer, and they are a mom hack. They are everyone needs them. My kids have been thriving on the products. Touch wood, they don't really get sick, and if they do, they get better within a day or so. I used to be someone who would get a sore throat if I had a cold drink. Literally, that's how weak my immune system was. I used to suffer with anemia since I was a child. There's a whole list of ailments that I had, but I just thought that was the norm. You're an adult, you're tired, you get headaches. It's just busy life. But I realized that was not it, since I tried and had these products in my bloodstream. So great that I said yes to the products, because then they led me to saying yes to the business opportunity, and I couldn't be happier to where I am now and focusing on the positive steps I'm going to be changing and taking onwards into the future.
Excuse me, absolutely amazing, Vera. Lovely to see
Hello,
you.
Paula.
Morning. Hi.
Who introduced me to this?
And what a great call that was. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Thanks for sharing that with us. And amazing video from Dr. Mitra. I can't wait to go back and see that. James, can you put the link for that in the chat, please?
Of course, yeah.
So yeah. I'd love to sit and study that again. So we're going to move on to our next speaker, who is Sara, who's already just been on. The amazing Sara Mohan, who's an NMD in the business. Everybody who knows her absolutely loves her. She's got the most amazing team, and they're absolutely flying. So she's just like the best person to go through what she's going to talk about now. Sara's been in the business for over 7 years. Works the business around being a full-time mummy to her 2 children, and she's going to be talking today about my daily focus to make a fortune. Are you there, Sara? Again?
I sure am. Thank you so much. Lovely introduction. So it's me again. So as Paula said, thank you for a lovely introduction. I'm going to be talking to you about the daily focus to make a fortune. So in my belief, I think that to build a great business with Juice Plus, you really need to turn your focus to recruiting and building a team. I focused for a really long time on the products and selling the products, which comes really naturally to me because I am literally obsessed with them. I love all of our products. I lost over 5 stone on the products, but my energy levels, my confidence, are my main sort of takeaways and benefits from that. So who loves the Juice Plus products? I want you to let me know what your favourite product is and why. Let's get a bit interactive this morning, wake everyone up on this lovely Saturday morning. So pop your favourite product in the chat and let me know why that is your favourite product. So as I said, promoting and selling the product is great. It's amazing. Of course, it's an essential part of our business, but don't get stuck there. And don't get stuck on just selling, because that's what I done for many years and my business was stagnant. and you get stuck in this role of becoming a salesperson. Now, really, really great book to read on this is called The 45-Second Presentation. And it tells you about, not getting stuck in the trap of being a salesperson and really turning your focus to recruiting. And it was really, I absolutely loved the book. Has anyone else read it? Let me know in the comments if you've read The 45-Second Presentation. Yeah. So it really, I really kicked myself because it was a book that I had on the shelf for years after someone recommended it. And it was only a few years into the business that I actually read the book. And it really teaches you about how to build, grow and structure your business. So if you haven't read it, please do order it today, get started with it right away. It was an absolute game changer for me. And it will teach you how to build and grow and structure your business and set yourself up for success and really learn those essential skills as well. I'm actually rereading it at the moment, which is amazing. So myself and my team started a 90-day game plan back in January, and we decided to go right back to basics, like to strip back our DMOs and do what we was doing when we first started or when our business was booming and what we know works. I think it's so easy to get stuck in the trap of having this massive DMO. I've definitely been guilty of it. Again, let me know if you guys have. And I think what happens is we have the best of intentions. I think lots of us are really busy. Lots of us in the business, especially my business, are mums, we're parents. But we go on amazing calls like today, or we go, to events and we hear all these amazing top tips and what's working really well for everyone, which is amazing. And of course, it's really great to get everyone's top tips and to try new things. But I think it's really, really easy to get overwhelmed. And before you know it, you've got this DMO, which is unmanageable. It's stressful. You can't complete it every day. And you just go to bed feeling a bit deflated every night that you haven't managed to complete your DMO. So we stripped it right back. And as I said, went right back to sort of, what we were doing when we first started and what we know works well for us. And it's been absolutely amazing. The results we are seeing across our team are incredible. We're having the best months that we have, and this was before the free sign up or the £1 sign up started. We're having the best months, we're breaking records. So this system is working really, really well for us. So yeah, as I said, we went back to basics. We turned our attention back to recruiting and sponsoring. And again, that doesn't mean you're not, showing that you're using the products and stuff, but you really, I think it's really important to have a look at your social media and maybe look over it for the past week and say, would anyone know that I'm running a business or that I am recruiting or I'm looking for new business partners? And in a lot of the case with my profile, for a while, that wasn't the case. It was just solely product focused. So really have a look at your page, because if you're not advertising the business, nobody's going to be joining the business. So we implemented a very simple DMO system or strategy that's easily duplicatable. And then after about a month or so, that's when they launched the £1 sign up. So for us, it's just been incredible because we'd already implemented this sort of DMO and this recruitment strategy. And then when they launched the £1 sign up, we were like, this is perfect. We're ready. We've been getting to work on this. So it was really, really great timing for us as a team. So I am going to tell you what DMO that I am following at the moment. As I said, it's very simple. It's nothing fancy, back to basics, but it's really working for me. And it's also really manageable. I find that I can easily get this done throughout the day. And then if you've got any more spare time, obviously you can go and do, have sort of a non-negotiable DMO. And then if you have time DMO. So this is the one that I'm currently using at the moment. That's working really well for me. So number one is to wake up early, do your self-development and a workout if possible. Your mindset is everything. You prioritize this over everything else. How you show up is everything. I'm not going to go into it too much. You've probably heard me speak a lot about self-development before. I'm really passionate about it. That's going to set yourself up for the day. If you are doing lives or reels or whatever it is that you're doing, if you don't start your day with that self-development, I find that you're not showing up as well as you should be or as excited or, and people really buy into you. Number 2, for me, is to do a morning live video and to talk on my stories, if possible. It's not, you can't do it every day. But for me, I really try to do that at about 8 a.m. and just get it out of the way for the day. A lot of people really overthink these things and they get really stressed out. Who loves live videos? Who doesn't love live videos? Let me know in the comments. And who likes talking on the stories and who really, really hates it. Love them. Oh, brilliant. Good. I love you, Lucy. It's amazing. Get the lives done and out of the way as early as possible, especially if you're someone who does find them challenging. Just get them done and get them out of the way. Yeah, no, they're not for everyone, but just get them done and get them out of the way. And on your live or when you're talking to your stories, just show you on plan. People get really stressed out. They're like, what do I talk about? What do I say on my live? I'm so fed up of going live making a shake. Who's ever felt like that? I've been in the business nearly 7 years, so I get exactly the same. But people aren't really there to watch you, how to make a shake. They're just there to, interact with you and to get to know you. I just sort of have a very general chit chat. I'll, show me on plan and how I start my day. And then obviously at the moment you can really throw in there about the £1 sign up as well. Okay, number 3 is to log into your office and check your reports, run your reports, and really familiarise yourself with your office. You need to get used to doing this every single morning, especially at the moment with this £1 sign up. You're going to find that your team is probably going to start growing really quickly. And if you're new to the business and stuff, you really need to familiarise yourself with the office. Obviously, there's all different trainings available. Company run trainings, but just get used to doing that every day, and then from that I'll write a note of what PB qualifiers or star qualifiers or incentive posts I need to do throughout the day. They're really good because obviously they're showing that your business is doing well, and they're also advertising business on your page. Number 4 is to do a recruitment post every single day. So we set up a group. I don't know why we've never thought of doing this before. We set up a group of recruitment posts. And this is not necessarily, who wants to earn £100 or who wants to join my team. It's really sort of like success stories from other people in the business. That's working so well for us as a team. I would really recommend it. Especially for your newer team members, they can literally just go in there and copy and paste the post, and there's loads in there, and we try to add to it as often as we can. And then number 5 is to do a personal post every day, at least a few if possible, but at least one. This is what's going to bring the people to your page. This is what's going to bring the traffic to your page. And this whole DMO sort of, I always say, I think of a DMO like a wheel. If there's some sort of element that you miss out, it's not going to flow as well as it should be. The personal posts, as I said, bring the people into your page, and then when they are there and they're on your page, then obviously they're going to see your business and your recruitment posts and stuff. Then number 6 is to add 100 people on Facebook and follow 100 people on Instagram. Again, you can play around with the numbers. This is just what I use personally. If you're new, you might want to reduce that slightly, but that's what works well for me. Number 7 is to message 50 people on Facebook and 50 people on Instagram. I do this by following my likes, which just for anyone who's newer to the business, just means by going through your page and seeing who's liked or commented on any of your stuff. I do mine sort of, from the previous day, and just popping them a message, firstly thanking them for their support, and then saying, did you want some more info on products or business? And that you can sort of play around with that and see what works well for you. If you've been completing the rest of your DMO consistently, so say for instance the live videos, adding new people on your personal post, then when you come to following your likes, you're going to see them going up and increasing, so you're going to have those new people there to message. Number 8 is to add 5 or 10 people to the opportunity group every day. And we set up a new opportunity group. We really came together as a team, which has been amazing. There's so many different parts of my team. There's so many people that have created their own brands and stuff like that, which I absolutely love. It's really incredible. But there really is power in numbers. And we've even collaborated with a few other teams as well, especially since we came back from Lisbon. And, that's been absolutely amazing. So we've made this group. we all popped our own videos in there on what the business has done for us. We made a commitment that we was going to do that, so we can just add people in there and tag them in the business. Again, being really successful for us. And then number 9 is my broadcast list or customer care and check-in. Customer care is essential. Your customers are going to make the best team members, and also it's really like our responsibility as well. We bring new customers in. Please make sure you are looking after them. Number 10 is team tasks or check-ins. And then number 11 is to follow up with your potential. So, anytime you do speak to someone about the business, obviously you should be popping their name down somewhere on a list, and catching up with that, or going over it every few days, just interacting on their profiles, pop them a message. Did you have any questions? Anything I can help with? And then last but not least is to check in with all your new team members and support and mentor them to success. Especially right now, again, with the £1 sign up fee, you might find that hopefully you're recruiting a lot more than you usually do, and you might find it really overwhelming. But again, it's our responsibility, if we bring these people in the business, to really hold their hand and guide them and teach them and support them. So as I said, this is the system that is working really well for us as a team. And I believe that to build a really great business with Juice Plus and to earn a great income, you need to turn your attention to recruiting or sponsoring. And again, read the 45-second presentation book on how to build and structure your business. And if you do that consistently, you do this DMO consistently, or whatever DMO is working well for you, you are going to see amazing results, and it will work. With our business, the most crucial thing is consistency. If we do that for 60, 90 days plus, that's when the results are going to show. So for us as a team, number 10 is team tasks and check-ins. I can screenshot this or send it over or write it up. But yeah, as I said, if you do this consistently for 60 to 90 days, that's when the results will show. We're already seeing results as a team. As I said, we're already breaking records, pay lines are going up, promotions are coming through, new clubs, new PB legs. But when we're going to see the real results from this is right around towards the end of March and April, because we've been doing it consistently for these months, and we started in January. So good luck. I hope that was helpful. I hope you took something away from it. Let me know your top takeaways in the comments. And I'm going to introduce my guest speaker, who is our amazing Natalie Winter. She is incredible. She is on fire. She's a recruiting queen. And she says yes to absolutely everything. So welcome, Nat.
Hi, thanks for asking me, Sara.
You're welcome. Take it away, darling.
Right, so I actually started as a customer with this business. So I was a really run down, tired, busy mum trying to do it all like we always do. If you've got kids, you'll know exactly what it's like. And I was just sick and tired of constantly catching colds, flus, tonsillitis, and just not having enough energy to get through the day. So I come across these products on Facebook, like we all usually do. And I just thought, why not? I've got nothing to lose. I wasn't really happy with the way I looked as well. I wanted to lose a bit of weight. So I jumped on first with the shakes and absolutely loved my results. Like, I had more energy, I was brighter, I wasn't catching any of these like colds and things what I was getting before. Obviously I was losing weight, and everyone was asking me like, you look amazing, what are you doing? I need to know, I want to get on board with this too. So I thought, at this point I knew there was a business opportunity, and it just made sense to jump on board and earn some money from it. So a funny thing is, I actually didn't have obviously it was £50 at the time to sign up. I didn't have this £50, so I had to borrow it from my nana. And I just remember her saying to me, like, don't worry if you can't give me it back. I don't think you've done well enough to be able to give me it. And I just always remember that day going into the bank with her and showing her like the bank statement on the screen, like proof this money has gone into my account. I have earned this money from my phone, and that feeling will never leave me. That was just an amazing moment for me to be able to give her that £50 and then be like, right, because we were in the town, I'm like, let's go shopping, let's get some treats. I can buy my like little boy some outfits, I can treat myself. And that is exactly what this business can do for so many people. It's just the little things like that I could never have done before. I went and booked and got my hair done. I went and got my nails done and all this stuff that I just wasn't able to do for so long. So through that, obviously the products, the results I had, and then earning this extra cash, I felt like I really found myself again. Because when you become a mum, it is so easy to just forget who you are. Like, you're just someone's parent, and that is it. And that's exactly how I felt until I found this business. So that just changed everything for me. And some other things it's done for me is built my confidence up massively. I would never have got on a call like this not so long ago. And I think it was just last week now, actually, I travelled through to London on my own, which was a massive thing for me. I always had like huge anxiety of travelling to places on my own and things like that. And I was just saying to Sara, I was like, this is the first trip I've done that I don't have anxiety. Like, I just remember that feeling walking through the streets of London and being like, oh my God, I've got no anxiety. This is amazing. And it is through pushing myself in this business and saying yes to opportunities like this. So yeah, that's probably my favourite thing that it's done for me. So thank you, Sara.
Oh, amazing. That, I absolutely love you. You are incredible. You know, there's no wonder why you are doing so amazing in the business at the moment. I absolutely love working with you. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you for
amazing.
Thank
You're welcome, darling. Right, okay, so we are going to move on to our next speaker. Third speaker of the day is Geoff Montague-Smith. He is an international marketing director. Geoff is a registered osteopath. He is the founder of the Atman Clinic in Tunbridge Wells in Kent, and he also sees patients from his London practice in the city. He practices integrated osteopathic medicine, combining many different complementary medicine methods and naturopathic principles. He teaches internationally and often invited to speak at international conferences, and he has a specific interest in bioenergetic medicine and the body, mind, spirit and connection. Geoffrey recommends the Juice Plus products to all of his patients as one of the foundational pillars of health. And Geoffrey's going to be talking to us about setting your compass for Rio. Who's ready to go to Rio? Welcome, Geoff.
Hi, Sara. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm speaking to you from the clinic today because I'm fitting this in between patients. So it just shows you can do this business at the highest level in the cracks in the day. So it's a beautiful opportunity to speak with you guys again. So I'm very, very grateful for the invitation. So thanks, James, for asking me. I'm sorry if I've missed some of the call already, because I say I was committed, but you know, I'm excited just to share a few ideas, which essentially we've got an amazing incentive for people who are, you know, new to the process of building a lasting business with this company. And all sites are on Rio, you know, Brazil. Can you imagine, you know, we're going to go there and it's going to be an amazing trip for those that qualify. And what I would say is that you can find out how to qualify by going into the hub or speaking to your upline support. But essentially, in a nutshell, to qualify for that trip, you're going to have to just do the business the way we do the business to get to the higher levels in the business. That's basically the message. So if you make a decision that you want to go from the start point in the next couple of years, you know, your decision, and it is a decision, should be, you know, I'm going to do what I would need to do to get to NMD. And that was the decision I made when I started the business. It was a business decision to get going and get busy. And that's what you guys need to do if you're going to be very determined to qualify for this particular incentive. So I'm going to share a few slides with you now. Let me just go in here, see if I can get my screen up. Can you all see that there? Is that working? Let's just see. Can you give me the thumbs up if we can see that?
See it. We can see it.
That's good. Great. So look, you've got a franchise which is global, 50-year-old company, amazing product line, amazing company with strong corporate backing, and a business built for the modern age. So you really couldn't be driving a better vehicle if you've decided to say yes to getting involved as an affiliate partner with the Juice Plus company, obviously using the products, loving the products, and then sharing the concept with others. But really the vision now is for 2025 and to build a lasting business that will bring you the benefits of a lasting business. And for me, you know, this September, it'll be 12 years in the business. And, you know, that's been an incredible 12 years. I love the products. We recommend them to all our patients. I love the fact that the hero products, which are our plant-based capsules, have got, you know, an incredible body of research, medical research, the best high-level research that backs up, you know, what we're saying. So, you know, when you share the concept with people, it really is such an obvious no-brainer right now, because you can't swing a cat without hitting somebody who's suffering from a health perspective. I mean, there was never a better time to talk about positive health strategies, taking control of your own health and offering people a solution. But at the same time, we've got a very challenging financial environment where a lot of people are looking for extra income. Now, I got to work back in September 2011. I'm just going to find out, isn't Nikki Tolson, are you on the call today, Nikki? Can you unmute quickly?
I am, Geoff.
Nikki, I just want to publicly thank you, because we met back then, didn't we? We got going, we made a decision to build a business, the two of us. I know that you're celebrating 30 years in this business. You're a legacy leader. And I just want to publicly thank you for everything that you've done for me, my family, the team. Team Atman would not be what it is without you. Someone's probably already said this on the call, but 30 years in is an incredible achievement. And I just want to really, from my heart, thank you for being a really amazing human being and a fantastic sponsor. So I just wanted to say that before I went any further. So huge congratulations, my love. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we've got a long way to go still.
Indeed.
So anyway, that being said, let's just look at, you know, we've got new omegas, we've got Tower Garden. You know, you guys have got everything you need in place to build something where you can go to Rio and you can be acknowledged for making a special effort with the company. All of that is a given. But if you're going to start right now from scratch, and some of you that have been involved for a while might be making a decision to restart from scratch, there's nothing wrong with that, where you can say, right, I'm going to just take this forward as if I was brand new. This is what I'll be doing shortly. I'm currently a little bit overwhelmed with other business matters that need my urgent attention. So it is a question of timing as well, and we need to understand that that is a thing. Timing is also everything in this business, but you will essentially be making a business decision, and it'll be a decision to get started, and get started hard, fast, and correctly. And knowing that duplication is the key. So your capital investment, right now it's basically free, because the sign up is essentially free, but usually it's a £50 sign up fee, and then the time that you're going to devote to the business. But your working capital is actually your network of contacts. And you are going to have to make a decision that it's okay to talk to the people that you know about what you know about, okay? Because a lot of people are a little bit reluctant to go into their hot and warm market of contacts and tell them what they're doing. There's a little bit of a reluctance, that's what I observe. And, you know, I'm going to say that this business is built on love, connection, trust, and, you know, the working partnership that you're going to have with people that you'll teach this business to will work much, much better when you go to people that you already have a relationship with, who already love you, trust you, respect you, and will give you their ear. Because if you start trying to build this business out of a cold market, you're going to find it actually quite difficult, because those types of relationships take time to cultivate. It's not impossible. I'm just going to suggest that I found it a little bit more difficult, and it takes a little bit longer if you're going to go cold market first. Anyway, that's just something to consider. So don't miss the important step of your business, you know, which is planning your business with your sponsor. And when you're looking at qualifying your list of contacts, and if you're planning for success for Rio, you are not going to be able to get there without doing these steps. Okay, so if you're going to look at, you know, who you're going to work with, you want to find people that have got the right qualities for you to build your business with. If you were building any other business, the business rules apply to this business just like any other business, except they don't. Because there's no staff, there's no overheads, there's none of the conventional drama that goes with starting a business. But if you were starting a business, you'd be looking for the right people to involve. Your board of directors, if you like, or your your business associates, you would want to get the best quality people. So look for people with previous signs of business success. Look for good people who love people, who are likable and funny, because we're in a people business. So people who don't like people, newsflash, they're not going to do well in this business. You've got to like people. And if they're hardworking and true to their word, then that counts for a lot, because if you make a commitment to do something, you need to follow through on that promise and that commitment. People that can do that succeed in this business. And look for people who show evidence that they care about other people. If you've got friends who put other people first, then those are the people to talk to. And if we help enough people get what they want, we'll get what we want. Okay, so that's a really important thing. And we want to find people that do not quit. We don't want quitters. So for me, I made a decision. Took me 2 years to get to NMD, got a list of contacts together. Nikki and I ran an event actually in Tunbridge Wells. I booked a hotel room. We got 60, 70 people into a room, showed them what we've got. And out of that came an NMD business in 2 years. I went across the stage 2 years later as a part-time Juice Plus NMD with 28 other NMDs back then, all young kids who'd done it on social media. And I was the only one up there that hadn't done it with social media. So you can do it old school as well, although we do have the benefits of what the internet provides now. The process has never changed. If you get signed up and you do your memory jogger and you get your contact list going and you sit with your sponsor and you have a strategy meeting on how to get the conversation going with people, how much time can you devote? And then you get your virtual office set up and you get trained about how to start to share the tools. And then you learn how to share your story, because you're even at the very beginning, you're going to have a Juice Plus story. We're paid storytellers. That's all we are. So once you've got your story, this is what I saw, this is what I love, this is my dream, looking for a few people who can come into agreement with me that this makes sense, and then you invite others to take a look. It's literally that simple. And you're looking for 3 to 5 people who can come into agreement with you that this makes sense. That's all. 3 to 5 people. The marketing plan and the plan for Rio is saying, go out and make sales coordinators. Initially make 3 sales coordinators, then turn that into 5. And with a 5 frontline, 5 sales coordinators, you've pretty much got yourself an NMD business. Okay, so all we're looking for is a few like-minded people to agree with us that the products make sense in the world that we're in. And I think 100% of us on this call can agree that they make sense. Plant-based nutrition, everyone's starving in the midst of plenty. Okay, everyone's getting sick. The business makes sense. 0 risk. Right now, 0 cost to get involved. You order the products that you're going to personally eat, and that's it. And then you start sharing the story. You're looking for 3 to 5 people that can come into agreement with you on that basis. And then you can ask them, do they know people that they can find that can agree with them that it makes sense? And then it organically rolls out. So you've got a very simple process to work with. This cycle of success repeated many times, over and over and over again. Get signed up, do your one-to-one presentations, invite to a local event or a Zoom call, attend the regional trainings, and then never miss a national or international conference. And you just rinse and repeat. That's all this business is. Rinse and repeat. Okay, marry the process, divorce the results, because the results follow the process. And you know what? NMDs never, ever miss an event. If these calls are happening every month, James and his team put on brilliant calls. Don't miss them. You know, if you're serious about what you're doing, you need to be learning. You need to be hearing from people that are succeeding. Now you've got to figure out how you're going to open up the conversation. We've got duplicatable tools. We've got amazing videos to share. pick something that works for you and start filling your funnel. And if you put enough people into an exposure process, you're going to have a few people that, you know, say yes to you at a certain level, and they're going to decide at what point they grow to, okay? And you're going to get to the point where after enough years in this business, devoting your time and attention to it, that you will have genuine freedom. We have all the nice things in life. A lot of that, we work hard in other areas. Juice Plus is my 4th business, still very part-time, but it gives us those holidays in the Maldives. It gives us so much that we're so grateful for. You need to know the numbers, you know, because at the end of the day, we have to talk to quite a lot of people to get a few people to be serious with us by the end. It's just the way it goes. We have to know that the game that we're playing embraces these numbers. You're going to talk to quite a few people who will say no. Of the ones that say yes, very few will do anything significant. Of the ones that do something of significance, there'll be a very small percentage that will grow to build incredible businesses with you. You just need to understand what we're here to do and to give the time to it, because you're only looking for a few key people to work with. Now I'm going to close soon, so I don't want to sell my time, but, don't miss the power of using your upline support, because the 3-way call, if you have someone new joining your business, they won't really know what to say. Teach them to bring their prospect into a 3-way process, because the new partner needs to learn skills. The experienced leader can teach the skills to the new partner while the experienced leader presents the opportunity and the products to a potential partner. And all we're looking for is resonance. We're just looking for agreement and commonality. This is it. So, the building blocks of our business, just to really reinforce the marketing plan, because it teaches you how to build a successful business. The goal is to get registered as a partner and hit that first landmark position of Partner Plus. It's not difficult. It's a few orders, your own order and a few others. And then you build your NMD business using that brick. That one brick of Partner Plus will take you to the very end of the marketing plan, to the pinnacle position. One brick at a time, we build the business. We're not here to go all out sales mode. We want to build teams of like-minded people who are looking for freedom. They want an entrepreneurial process to open up for them. We can teach them what to do. And a lot of people doing a little bit each actually works a lot better than one person going out crazy trying to sell to the world. So, just go out there, speak to people, invite the no's, because it's the no's that will take you to the few yeses that will bring you your success. And just understand the rules of the game. We need goals, we need vision, we need targets. You put blinkers on a horse so they can see the direction they need to go on. My goal a while back was get a nice car. This car was the one I wanted. I got it. I'm driving around now. Goals are so important. We need to have them written down, put into pictures, and that is what will make you do the thing that you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left you. There's a commitment process here. And when you commit to something and you say yes to it from your heart, you will go through the pain and you will do what it takes when it's difficult to do those things. Okay? There are attributes for the NMD. If you're going to end up in Rio as an NMD, you are going to have these attributes. Guarantee you. Take a screenshot. This is what you need to have working. In your DNA, you need to have these things. But the most important thing is you need to be fearless. You need to not worry about what other people say or think about you. That is the one thing I would say. Get fearless, because it doesn't matter about the opinions of others. What matters is about what you have in your heart. That's what counts. This is the closing slide. If you're going to build a duplicatable business that, like Nikki's, will last 30 years, mine is nearly 12 years in. If you're building that business that pays you every single month because the repeat aspect is there, you've done a good job. You understand your product, you understand your business, you've educated people because you've taught them well, you've taught them to a high level, and you've taught them to be independent of you, not dependent on you. And you've shared the vision of the company, you've shared our story with passion, with heart, and that is what will get you to the goal of helping others achieve better health, priority, achieve better wealth, lovely bonus. Nothing like good karma in life, right? So if we can do good things and make money, then everyone's a winner. That's what I believe we're doing with Juice Plus. I love this business. I'll never stop this business. You'll see me here full on at times and then backing off because I'm busy in other areas. That's the beauty of a part-time business that can pay you for life and reward you for life, not just materially, but more importantly, spiritually. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for your time. I hope that's been helpful. What I would like to do now is just invite Hannah, one of my colleagues, to say a few words. I'm going to stop my screen share. And Hannah, if you're there, if you can just give us a couple of minutes just to explain why you're excited, and just let me say what a pleasure it is to be working with you as we do what we're doing in Leeds together. So Hannah, are you there?
I am, yes. Hi everybody, good morning, nice to see you all. I hope everyone's really excited from what they've heard today. So I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown for me. I came across Juice Plus, like so many of us do, online, and for me it was a hair thing. I was struggling with stress-induced alopecia. So I started with the berry products, and as I learned more about it and COVID hit, my new business that I started as an entrepreneur kind of went a little bit sideways, and I was on a call with my upline was on it, and she delivered this beautiful piece about the medical benefits of Juice Plus, and I was like, oh, maybe there's more to this than just looking good, like I can get people feeling good as well. So that kind of got me involved, and using all the products I managed to lose a bit of weight. I'd gained more muscle mass. So I'm a runner, and I'm a PT, and I do a bit of running coaching. I also do a bit of massage therapy. So for me, it was really nice that it all kind of dovetailed together. So it didn't feel like this really awkward bolt on that I was like, right, I do my normal day job and then I have to make time to go and do Juice Plus. I could just have these lovely natural conversations with people. So it was really good in that I could meet somebody, get to know them, have a chat. And when they'd say, oh, what sort of trainers do you wear? Oh, I wear this. And then that would kind of go with something else. And you could say, oh, so what are you doing for your recovery? This is what I use. And it didn't feel like I'm having to give people this hard sell all the time. I'm just telling them, this is what my life is like. This is why it's nice. This is why I'm happy. This is why I'm fit and healthy and able to run 6-7 times a week and do all these really big training sessions, because I'm healthy from the inside out. And I could say, oh, I'm using these capsules. I'm using these recovery drinks. Look at my times, like my watch speaks for itself. So that bit was lovely. And it just kind of spiraled from there. But I think the thing that I really loved is the science that's behind it. So I'm my degree is biology, and I have another in physics. So I'm very much like, I like numbers, I like science. So all these research papers and the impact score was brilliant, because when people said, oh, I'm not sure about that, you could say, well, this is why I've picked this particular product, because it's not full of synthetically produced stuff. It's not full of like nasty chemicals. It's not full of preservatives. It's going to make me healthy, and I don't have to eat the massive amount of sugar that you would if you're going to eat like 8 different types of berries or 30 different types of fruit and veg. And then with the business, like, I think timing as well was really important for me. So sometimes my own business kind of starts to balloon a little bit and I have less time for Juice Plus, and then other times that shrinks and I can do a bit more with Juice Plus. So it's nice that it's never going away. It's a brilliant business. It's just going to sit, and I can increase things or I can decrease things, and I can run it at my speed. It's my business, even though it's obviously we're involved in this massive international business and it's wonderful. My section is just mine, which is super useful. And then it will give me these unlimited earnings. So I don't have to be in front of clients all the time to be earning some money. I've got that residual income coming in. So this winter, my partner and I were going to go to America, and I've never been before. So I'm really excited for that. And it should be a really nice way for us to kind of just start to improve little things in our lives. So we're going to be able to move house, and we're going to go on this nice holiday without me having to put in hours and hours and hours and feel like I'm completely drained, like I was at my old job. I've now got these 2 businesses and they're mine, and I decide what I get to do and where I get to do it with. And I get to work with all these amazing people like Geoff and Helen that have been so supportive and taught me loads. I work for myself, by myself. So being part of a team is brilliant, because I also feel like I've got like 5 different cheerleaders, and everybody that's on the WhatsApp group, or Geoff and Helen, people will always be there to answer your questions and take care of you. There's a real like cheerleader family. That sounds really cheesy, doesn't it? But it's just such a nice business to be in, because you're not in competition with people. Everybody's helping each other. Everybody's sharing ideas. So it just, whichever aspect you're kind of looking at and you're kind of thinking of, I just think it works really, really nicely, because you can make it yours, and then you're like with all these people that have similar mindset and will help you and build everything with you. So that's kind of my blurb. I hope that's helpful.
Hannah, sweetheart, that was short notice today, wasn't it? I think I texted you, I don't know what it was, 9:30, and it was like, can you speak? And you said, oh my God, I don't know what to say. It'll need to be from my heart. And you just delivered. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand back to Sara now. It's a pleasure to be working with you, Hannah. I look forward to seeing you next weekend. We'll do our thing in Leeds, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay,
Thank you.
Sara, I'm going to hand back now. So that's us. Thank you very much.
Sara's turned into Paula.
Oh, okay, Paula. Thanks, Paula. I'll give you that. I'm going to mute myself again now. Cheers.
All right. Thanks so much, Geoff. That was absolutely incredible, as always. I just love your presentation, and I just love the way you make it so business-like and so professional as well. And yeah, no, I can't wait to go through that again. And Hannah, I love your passion. What Geoff just said is what I noted down as what I was going to say afterwards, that it was just from your heart, and that just shows so clearly, and amazing that you can share that with all your other people at your work and help people with their health from the inside as well. So combining 2 businesses together and from your heart, you can just show it's not about selling, it's about just sharing. So thank you so much for that, Hannah and Geoff. And please, guys, pop in the chat your favorite takeaways from Geoff's presentation, and a big thank you to them both as well. And then we're going to move on to our amazing, gorgeous Jane Mavley, NMD in the business. Joined the business, I'm just going to read out her bio. So Jane joined the business in 2008 after an incredible 4-stone weight loss. She knew nothing about network marketing and only joined to get her products cheaper. When she joined, she was a full-time stay-at-home mom to 3 with 1 full-time wage, not stretching far enough as a family struggling to make ends meet. So just from sharing her journey, Jane hit SP in 2 weeks, then SC in lockdown, QSSC and SSC within 6 months, and in January 2022, Jane made the decision to focus on a 90-day game plan and hit QNMD in March and NMD in August. Absolutely amazing. So it just goes to show the 90-day games plan, how well they work. So this business has given her complete financial freedom. And Jane today is going to be sharing with us, talking about flying with your 90-day game plan. So what better subject to talk about? So Jane, are you there?
Good morning. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. Do you know what? It's crazy listening to everybody this morning. Everybody, like you always hear the leaders say the same things. And it is about not overcomplicating the business, doing what works for you and just following the steps. And that's exactly what I did. So like I said, I've been in the business 5 years now. And I would say that I'm that person, like probably a lot of people, let me know in the chat if you have said this, where you've gone, I'm going to start a 90-day game plan. And you start a 90-day game plan, but you never actually finish it. And I would say up until last January, I was that person that went, I'm consistent every day. I'm doing a 90-day game plan, but actually never really finished it. Up until last January, where I made the decision. Now, for me personally, I believe that you make that decision to succeed. That's the only thing that changes in your business. You actually make that decision that you are going to do it, that you're going to stick to it, and that you're just going to go with it. And that's what I did last January. It was a bit of one of those moments where it's like, right, enough is enough. I've been sat here toodling along, but I've got these goals here. How am I going to get from here to here? So it was making that commitment, making that decision. So that's what I did last January. I went, right, I am doing a new 90-day game plan, and I'm actually going to commit to it every single day. Started it in January. In April, at the end of March, April, hit Q&MD, restarted a new one in April, and in August hit National Marketing Director. They work, and I will honestly say the 4 years before that, when I said I was doing them, I actually wasn't, but they work, guys. You've got to do them. So I actually break mine down into 5 sections. So section number 1 is vision and goals. I think you've got to have such a strong vision of what you want to achieve, and be realistic with yourself. You know, you can't go, right, well, in the next 3 months, in the next 90 days, I'm going to go from Partner Plus to National Marketing Director. Like, is possible, but it isn't possible. So be realistic with yourself. Actually look at what you want to hit goal-wise, but also look at what you want to hit goal-wise as well. I had this conversation with one of the girls the other day in my team. She's like, right, I'd like National Marketing Director by the end of the year. And then I was like, okay, great. Do you know what you need for it? Do you know what structure you need for it? So actually look at what structure you need as well, because there's no point going, right, I'm just going to try and get this many team, if actually you're not going, right, well, actually, I need this many PB legs. So what do I need for a PB leg? I need this many senior partners. Okay, so that's what I need to do. Now, actually look at what you want to achieve in those 90 days. But most importantly, look at what is your vision, look at what is your goal. I had massive goals last year. I wanted to take the kids to Florida. It's something that I joined this business for, and I wanted to do it. And I was like, right, nothing is going to get in my way. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'll be honest with you, when I hit National Marketing Director last August, we went to Florida in November. It was incredible. Now, I wouldn't say I took my foot off the gas, but probably I hadn't done a new vision board. I hadn't done anything new that excited me. And I'll say that I sat there a little bit stale. And it's not until now that I've, got new vision, got new goals, I've done a new vision board, that now I'm like, right, I'm hungry for it. Because, you've got to have something, you've got to have a vision that's going to make you get out of bed in the morning. If you've all got a full-time or part-time job, you have to go to it because you get paid. Treat this business exactly the same. Even on those days when you don't want to do it, you actually do have to commit to it and do it. So make sure your vision board is up to date. Make sure you have a really strong vision, a really strong goal, and make sure you know what you actually want to achieve by the end of the 90 days. Don't just go, oh, well, I'd like this. No, not like, this is what we need. And I'm a big tick box person, because I think, if you've got a list in your head, you don't do any of it, do you? Whereas if you write a list down, you can see, right, this is what I need to do today. That's what you get done. There's nothing better than ticking it off. So number 1 is get your vision, get your goal, make sure you're totally up to date with that. Number 2 is look at what team you've got now. Look at the team structure that you've got now. So I'm a proper notebook person. I bought myself a nice new, it's only just a grid, what are they called? They're like grid notepads. But I actually made myself a list. So downloaded my report, looked at absolutely every single person I had in my team, looked at who was senior partner and above, and wrote their names down, because that means that they're going to be a PB leg. So write down obviously your PB legs. Write down your clubs, so everybody in your whole downline who is a club. Because I'll be honest, something that I always thought clubs were just really lovely club events. I didn't realise the importance of how clubs can actually build your business and build your pay line. It wasn't until I hit National Marketing Director that I was like, wow, this is why everyone focuses on clubs. So if you're like me and you were a bit like, oh, clubs are just for lovely parties, they're really not. They build your business. And something to aim for, that are roughly around club 12 is when you're going to hit NMD. So really focus on that, guys. A club, for anyone who doesn't know, is a senior partner in your whole downline that is hitting PB. So write down your list of clubs, and also write down your list of POB legs, because if you're going to go National Marketing Director, you need POB legs. So that's a sales coordinator, a direct sales coordinator, or someone who's hitting POB in your legs. But actually look at your team structure and actually speak to them. Find out what they want. find out how hungry they are, because someone who might have just been doing a little bit here and then, things might have changed, circumstances might have changed. So actually reach out to your team and be like, can we have a quick call? Or can you just let me know, what's your goal for this month? What's your goal for this? Have you asked everybody in your team who wants to get to Rio? Have you sent that message? Right, guys, just want to know who wants to get to Rio. If they want to get to Rio, they've got to be hungry. And it's not that, like I always say, work with the workers. It's not that you don't work with the people who just want to earn an extra couple of £100, because that's great and that's build your business, but really focus on the people who are hungry and what they want, and actually find out what they want. So, your 90-day game plan that you're doing, make sure those workers are then doing it, and then make sure that their workers are then doing it, because everyone's going to have such strong goals and just be going for it. So number 2 was actually look at your team structure, find out what you need. Again, I have mine in tick boxes. I love a tick box. Number 3 is DMO. Now, when I started my 90-day game plan, I simplified my DMO. I think sometimes we really overcomplicate the business, and I think we think, oh, I should be doing this and I should be doing that. But for a 90-day game plan, it's got to be something that you are going to commit to every single day. So at 11 o'clock at night, it can't be something that you go, oh, I haven't done that, it's too much, I've still got this to do, I'll do it tomorrow, because that's not a 90-day game plan, which is probably where I was going wrong before. So simplify it. It needs to be something that at 11 o'clock at night, you're like, right, I can do it. So other than like the little bits that you need to do sort of throughout the day, I can actually get my majority of my DMO done in 20 minutes. And I say to my team, if you can't do it in 20 minutes in the morning, like, you need to refocus it, because what's the point in having a time freedom business if you haven't got any time freedom? And I think a lot of people get stuck on that. Yes, you need to work really, really hard in your business, but then if you're doing it all day, every day, you're just not going to feel great about it, and you're not going to want to do it all the time. So I have a really, really simple DMO. So things like happy birthdays, adding new friends, adding following on Instagram, 5 to 8 posts a day, because Facebook is now pushing 5 to 8 posts. I think anything below 5 now, you don't actually get pushed. I always make sure that my face and my voice is on my profile every single day, because then people get to like, know and trust you. So whether it's going live, whether it's a picture of you, whether it's talking in your stories, but that's one thing that I always make sure, that my face and my voice is always on my social media. There's nothing worse, is that we've all done it, haven't we? We've seen people's profiles and then we meet them in person, we think they're actually nothing like the person they portray on social media. And that's not what I'm about. I'm very, very real. So I always make sure that I'm posting in my customer group, because again, we know that customers make the best teamies. So I'm always encouraging my customers, to post. I always post in my customer group. That's always a non-negotiable for me. Income producing tasks, so things like chasing likes, story reach outs, and just connecting with new people every day. Now, I'm not one of these people that will be like, thanks, do you want to buy my products? I'm very much just like, thank you so much for the love on my post. I really appreciate it. You've just opened it. I like to connect with people. I like to help people. This is why I started this business, that I could help, one person not feel like how I felt, because I was just stuck in a rut. So, it's the community, which is something that I really, really push. And you all want to grow a team. Community is what's going to grow your team. When there's weeks and months where people aren't necessarily earning in your business, they stay for the community. They don't always stay for the paycheck. So always make sure that, you lock in tight with your team. Community is such a big thing. Obviously sharing your own results every day. So even if it's the small wins and the big wins, making sure that you're telling people just how much full of energy you feel, or how much better you're sleeping, or, that your kids are loving the chews. It doesn't always have to be an amazing before or after picture. Sometimes it just needs to be those little things. And obviously recruitment posts as well. So I have a really, really simple DMO. And like I say, I try to make sure that I can do it in about 20 minutes. And I also have a list of non-negotiables. Now, these non-negotiables, they're not necessarily just business ones. So for example, on my list of non-negotiables, because I'm very much like, tidy space, tidy mind, then you can work better. they're non-negotiables that are going to build me as a better person, build my life, build my family. So I've got things like making sure that I'm exercising, making sure that I'm drinking plenty of water, making sure that I'm getting on calls, making sure that I'm hosting an event, making sure that I'm tidying out a drawer each week in the house, you know, those drawers that you fill with stuff, just so that you're also like tidying your environment around you. So I also have things like that on my non-negotiables. Don't think that your 90-day game plan just has to be about your business. The next thing that I really focus on is getting an accountability buddy, guys. Have somebody who's got the same goals as you. You know, it doesn't even have to be someone in your team. Even better, I think, if it's someone who isn't in your team. Because then you can bounce ideas off each other. You know, you can go, right, is this working for you? Is this working for you? You can collab your teams together, which I think is great. And also you're getting different people, you're getting different ideas. So get yourself an accountability buddy, someone who that when you say, oh, I don't want to do this today, is going to say to you, no, you have to do it. You don't want that person that's really nice and kind to you that's going to go, no, just do it tomorrow. You're fine. You've had a busy day. We don't want those sorts of people. We want the people that are going to go, no, Jane, come on, you've got to do it. So find someone who is just as hungry as you. And number 5 is working on your mindset every single day. So many people say to me, oh, you're so motivated. How do you stay so motivated? You can't be motivated every single day. I just screenshotted actually what Geoff put up about commitment and about, you know, what you say in one mood, like, can you keep up with it in another mood? I screenshot it, so I was going to send it to my team, because that is exactly it. Like, you cannot be motivated every single day. You can be disciplined, and I'm disciplined because I've got those big goals, you know, those big goals, that big vision that I set on number 1. I've got those, and that's what I want to reach every single day. So that's why I'm going to get up on those days when I don't want to do it. But you've got to work on your mindset. If you don't believe in yourself, if you're doubting yourself, who's going to believe in you? Is your team going to believe in you? Are your customers going to believe in you? Are your customers going to invest in you? Now, I'm not saying like you always have got to show up so positive on your social media or to your team, because you don't. You have got to be real. But be that person that's like, do you know what? It was a bad day. It's not a bad life. We're going to turn it around. It's a fresh start tomorrow. And that's how you've got to be real. You know, you've got to overcome those challenges, because you're going to have challenges. Like I always say, you know, it's the universe saying to you, how much do you really want this? How hard are you going to work for it? So don't be like, oh, it's another knock. It's another knock. It's the universe testing you as to how bad you really want this. So they are my 5 things for a 90-day game plan, guys. But the most important thing is just committing. It's making that decision to succeed and going with it. Like I say, I spent 4 years going, yeah, I'm doing 90-day game plans, and I never actually was. So again, I've started a new one. I started a new one the other day. Again, I did that thing in January. I went, right, I'm going to start a new one. I actually wasn't ready. I did it in January. I hadn't done my new vision board. So I'm like, right, I am ready now. I've made that decision again. So next 90 days, let's watch out. So I have got the lovely Kirsty Commons, who is on. So Kirsty is absolutely incredible. She's been in the business about 18 months, and she's that person that never, ever gives up. And she is going to be senior partner this month. Aren't you, Kirsty? I think you can probably unmute yourself.
I am indeed.
You are indeed. So Kirsty's literally on break. She's at Morrison's. She's on a lunch break.
I'm literally at the end of the break day.
So Kirsty, I know because you're short on time, we don't want to run late. Can you just give everyone a couple of minutes about you, why you joined the business, why you love it, why you stay?
So I joined a business to lose weight and lost 1.5 stone on shakes. And I love the shakes, have my shakes every day, obviously, but I stayed with the business because I love the community. I literally have so many new friends. Every time we go on retreat, or every time we go on events, you meet new people, and everybody clicks. Everybody's really super positive, and they're just amazing people. And it doesn't matter where you are in the business, you can be right at the top or just starting out, but everybody works together. Everybody wants everybody else to win. Do you know what I mean? Just amazing, the community. And I've traveled more with the business than I have in my whole entire life. Literally been so many different places, and Tenerife was amazing. Went abroad, so yeah, just amazing. Love it.
Thank you,
Super love it.
Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you, I don't know if it's Paula or Sara. Thank you very much for having us on, guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, girls, and Jane, thank you so much for that presentation. I just love what you've achieved, and and as you say, just get stuck into your 90-day game plans and stop like being like me, where you kind of start and don't quite get through them, because it just shows they absolutely work. And I just love that DMO, just keeping it simple, keeping it within 20 minutes, and then if you finished it and you've got extra time, start again, do it again. Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant. And thanks, Kirsty, as well. She's probably gone back to Morrison's now. She'll come back. So yeah, can everyone please put in the chat what your top takeaways from Jane's presentation, and a big thank you as well. So we're going to move on to our next speaker, and this guy is an absolute legend. Dave O'Brien, NMD. He lives in Cork in South Island. He's married with 4 grown-up children, 31 to 45 years old, and 5 grandchildren. He's been in Juice Plus for 30 years, so another long-termer. And in 2010, now this is absolutely incredible. He's an absolute superhuman, right? In 2010, Dave became the oldest man in the world, the only Irish one ever, and the one of only a handful of people on the whole planet to complete the 4 deserts. So 1,000 kilometers in a 38-week period, carrying everything on his back, to survive across the hottest, wettest, driest, coldest deserts on the planet, on the desert on the planet. So in 39 years of running, and with over 600 races complete worldwide, he has never been injured or sick or missed a race due to sickness. Absolutely incredible, isn't it? I told you, or injury. And as he says, it's not good luck or good genes, it's good health. And that plant-based nutrition has been the cornerstone of his exceptional health and repair. And so, I mean, how amazing is that? And we're going to be talking today about why I'm so passionate about the Juice Plus company. Are you there, Dave?
I am. I'm here. Hello, everybody, and good morning. Well, the title, why am I so passionate about Juice Plus? It's really great, isn't it? No, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you know what? Here's the deal, guys. I was just looking at some notes. Why am I so passionate about Juice Plus? Because Juice Plus allowed me to type this article to a newspaper some years ago. Let me just read you out a couple of lines. The 27th of November 2010, I was holding on tight to the heavy-duty netting above the deck as our trawler was rising and falling 20, 30 feet, listing at 45 degrees. And at times, with only a few hours, at times we were wondering, would you slide off the boat? We were only a couple of hours before, we were gliding smoothly with only icebergs to keep us company and the seabirds to break the silence. Now smack bang in the middle of the Drake Passage, it was earning its notoriety as one of the roughest sea passages on Earth. For me, it was just exhilarating, as I was still coming to terms of having completed the final frontier, Antarctica, and the 4 Desert Grand Slam, and in doing so, becoming the oldest man in the world to run across 4 250-kilometer deserts, across the hottest, the coldest, the driest, the windiest deserts in the world, carrying everything on my back to survive for 38 weeks. Now, I don't say that to be any different to anybody else, because I'm not. But what Juice Plus has done for me, and the reason I'm so passionate about it, is it allowed me to do and follow my dreams. And that is a fact. You see, it was never about beautiful raw food, enzyme intact, encapsulated. Juice Plus for me, the company, the business, was a way of life. And I guess I should really kind of tell you my story. First of all, before I do, can I just say to Nikki Tolson, welcome to the club, Nikki, 30 years, incredible. And another one of my heroes, give me a break. It's insane. Come on, longevity, guys, is the name of the game. Woo! It's the way to go. You know what I mean? Seriously. And come here, Nikki, when we started, I can remember when we started, let me see. There was no, bear in mind, mobile phones. There was no internet. There was no broadband, no Wi-Fi, no Zoom calls like this. There was no Facebook, no Instagram, no Messenger, no TikTok, no WhatsApp, no Skype, for God's sake, no LinkedIn, no Google. We had Action Man, little figures we used to play with an Atari. That was life, you know what I mean? We had no science then. We'd one paper from, it was a clinical research, no peer-reviewed research. It was a clinical paper the company had from King's College in London. And come here, when we put in an order, look what I found. We used to have to fill in a form and get the customer to sign it and fax it to the office. That's what we had. So come here, you know what I mean? What attracted me to that? What attracted me to this business? Why am I so passionate? And guys, passion is the word. You can put all these things up about goals and by building a business and, you know, positivity and listen, it's all about passion. And that's why for me, I'll tell you why I'm so passionate about Juice Plus. So here's the story, right? I'll make it really as brief as I can. I joined the company in 93. In 1995, I went to hear about this new product the company had. It was in the water days I went in. It was called fruit and veg in a capsule. And I laughed. I said, I am not going to this meeting in Dublin. I have no interest. I'm not into pills. I never was. I never will be, right? So Eddie O'Shaughnessy, my good friend, hit me over the head, put me in a sack, brought me in the back of a van, and then I ended up at this meeting. And seriously, though, I was sitting there with my arms folded, you know, like a child that's a spoiled child. And here's Juice Plus, this incredible company with these beautiful water filters, which I adored, which was in my own kitchen, my mum's kitchen. It just got me excited about, you know, fresh water on tap. They were bringing fruit and veg in a capsule. Why were they going to ruin everything? So I'm there listening to what was going on, and they had a head chef, a Michelin chef, say some nice things about not having enough fruit and veg in our daily diet. This would supplement it. And then we had a nutritionist on, one of our TV nutritionists. And then we had a medical doctor. This was going okay, but I was still not really convinced. And then we had this guy, he was our Olympic swimmer. And you know what he said? He said, you know, my own doctor on the Olympic team gave me this stuff, Juice Plus, right? And he said, take this, Gary. He said, how much do I take? And his doc said, it doesn't matter. You can't overdose on a bit of broccoli. Okay, just, you know, it'll be okay for you. So he said, I took it. And this is the first time I heard about Juice Plus. Now, I love the company, passionate about the company. I had to be convinced. And he said, I took it for a month. Woo! I found no difference. I took it for 2 months. Yoo-hoo! I found no difference. I took it for 3 months. Come on, give me a break. I found no difference. Damn it, anyway.
Dave, we've lost your. Have you muted?
I got so excited, I banged the table and I knocked off my mic. Sorry. So that's what happens when you're 70, right? You get overexcited about these things. So we found no difference. And I turned to Eddie and I said, Juice Plus better get a different speaker. This is going pear-shaped. But what he said next, guys, that was it. That made it for me. He said, I found no difference, but my doctors did. You see, the only study they had at that time, they tested his WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association, were taking his bloods all the time. And they found this wonderful increase in antioxidants, the good guys. When your antioxidants go up, your free radical damage comes down, okay? And the only study we had then, as you know, James and Nikki and all you long-timers there, you know that it was a clinical study in King's College, and it showed this massive decrease in free radical damage by over 75%. Boom. Now I'm sitting there as a young man in my late 30s, and I'm thinking, hold on, you know, maybe this guy, that the swimmer guy is over exaggerating or overexcited, or maybe the company has paid him a bunch of money to give me a load of crap. But what if it's true? What if man had found a way to, you know, Juice Plus had found a way to get these farmers, you know, to grow beautiful food and leaving it on the vine until it was vine ripe, and growing it in soil that was nutrient dense. And then through a process, a proprietary process that didn't damage it, because the only heat that we used was just 2 degrees at the latter stages of the process, and boom, encapsulated. Imagine that, enzyme intact. And imagine that that was offered to me, not instead of a good diet or with a good diet, but because I had a good diet already, but that I could supplement my diet. So now here I am all of a sudden thinking, you know what? I don't know what the cost is, but when we found out, I said, if it's going to help my health, 1%, then it was worth the price of a cup of coffee every day. And so with that, this whole new world opened up for me. And the passion that I have is Juice Plus allowed me, and J. Martin, we did something on J. Martin recently, the legacy of J. Martin and the legacy of Juice Plus, allowed me to share this incredible whole food with so many people and the business to go with it. I have traveled the world, as a lot of you know, for 25 years of speaking for the company all over the world. Imagine me, a guy who left school at 15 to a round of applause. They were only delighted to see the back of Dave O'Brien. I get the opportunity to speak to 8,000 people, to run around the stage like a mad thing, to run around the stage in bare feet. Give me a break. Hi, Alice, I know. Who else? What other company in the world would do that? I couldn't possibly in normal life ever had that opportunity. But it's not, about me going and doing these things. It's about all of us together, sharing an experience, sharing our passion, and making a difference out there. And Juice Plus didn't care that I had no academia. They didn't care that I was a crazy dude. They just gave me the same opportunity as they gave everybody else. And that to me was very, very special. And yes, we do talk about longevity. We have people sometimes, they look at our model, they look at our business. I'm 30 years here. That form I held up, and that one there, that's from 2004, January 2004. That person, I can say his name, he doesn't mind, John Dillon, is still my customer. This is what our business is about. It's not like a quick fix. We get a customer today and then we get another one. And then I don't want 200 customers today and they're gone in 2 months' time. I want a customer today that I have all the time, whether Dave O'Brien is on this planet or not. And that's really what our business is about. And that's the power of Juice Plus and the power of the company behind it. We have longevity. We have something special. It's not about, I was never into chasing shiny things. Come on, guys, you can only wear one pair of shoes. You can only live in one house. Do you know what I mean? I'm 70 almost. I had 5 of my grandkids yesterday. The reason I'm hoarse, by the way, is because I was at a rugby match with 3 of them screaming my guts out. But normally they're on top of me. I get into trouble with their parents, with my sons and my daughter, because I drive them crazy, but they're beating the crap out of me. I have them on my back. But at my age, I can do it. And I have to thank the company. How could I not be passionate? Juice Plus is not a magic pill or a miracle cure. But I can tell you one thing. It has made a mega difference to my health. You know, James, when I did those 4 deserts, I always wanted my lips and legs to go in the same direction. It's easy to do that. And so I had to go through that experience and put my body through what I guess no human being should have to do it. But the deal was, it was never, ever about fitness, ever. It was about health, a huge difference. And so when I talk about Juice Plus, I talk about cellular repair. And the passion is that the company Juice Plus and the product Juice Plus have helped my cellular repair. It's had an amazing impact on my health. And everybody has the right to have good health. Everybody has the right. A lot of you are very young on the call there. But I would like to think at 70, 80, 90, that we have not only longevity, but we have longevity with quality of life. And that is the power of Juice Plus. And that is what our business is all about, that we want it not only for ourselves. You look after you first, remember. Be selfish. You look after you first, so we can look after many, our partners, our children, our colleagues. You first, though. And the first step in that for me was Juice Plus for my health and for my education. I've had the most, you know, I left school, as I said, and went into the University of Life. I then joined the University of Juice Plus. And there is no money anywhere in the world or that could give me that experience. And it still is giving me that experience. Learning from all you guys out there, I'm still learning. It's the most incredible, incredible education. So you can hear, like 30 years later, I'm still on fire. I'm still as crazy as I always was. And please God, this will continue for as long as I'm allowed on the planet. So that is all about the passion. See, here's the thing, what I think, all of us are superheroes. Every one of us. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. We're all individual. We're all amazing. I don't care, warts and all. There's so much pressure on everybody these days, you know, to have the perfect body, to have the perfect lifestyle. There's no such thing. I look into all your eyes, but I cannot walk in your shoes. Everybody has stuff. Every one of us. I don't care who you are. And the whole idea behind Juice Plus, the company, Juice Plus, the product, is to have that beautiful connection with one another, that we're there for one another, that it's okay not to be okay, and that we're all there to support always. We are all superheroes. We all have superpowers. We all have hopes and dreams. And Juice Plus has helped me personally, and it helps all of us with all of those things. To you know, I suppose the opportunity to be that superhero. That's what I would say. And I suppose the reality to realize those hopes and dreams. I guess that's really what it's about. It has been for me, and I know for all of you on the call there as well. So guys, I don't want to go on too much, James. You know, nothing really prepared. That's me just off the cuff. But I had a guy, by the way, to come on this morning, Father Liam Keller. He's a legend, and he got caught. He couldn't come on. I don't mean caught illegally or anything like that. Father Liam is he's a great distributor of mine, and the money is only resting in his account in Vegas, by the way. But seriously, so sorry, James, he just got caught. I just got a call just before I came on, and my apologies. But that's it, guys. That's it. Thank you, Juice Plus, the company and the product. You're on fire. Woo!
Dave, thank you so, so much. I mean, look at the passion in this guy. He's absolutely on fire. And this is in his home in, I guess you're in Cork. Wait till you see him on the stage. Like, if you haven't seen him on the stage, he just lights up the whole place. He's absolutely amazing.
Well, you know, Paula, I should tell you that most people need counselling after one of those sessions. So there you go.
Oh no, you're the happy counsellor. You get everyone in a good mood. But yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for your contribution over all the 30 years that you've 30 years, isn't it? All
30,
of you,
yeah, sure, 30, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And honestly, what you were saying about the cellular level and what Geoff was saying before, it's like, you know, they rebuild ourselves. You guys are looking younger every time I see you. I was thinking that when Geoff was on before, I was like, God, he's going backwards. He's like happy aging. He's looking younger than he was last time, and same as you. So absolutely incredible. So thank you for everything. And everyone, if you can just put in the chat a big thank you to Dave and your top takeaway, and get some of that passion that he's got. And you know, we'll be going 30 years plus as well. So thank you so much.
Before you go, I'll put up my credit card details, and if anybody wants to send any money, there's no problem. Okay.
Thanks. See you soon. Have a great day. And have we got is Erin on now? Erin, are you on now?
Yeah. I sure am. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Thanks so much for having me. And oh my God, how can I follow that? Yeah. Oh wow. Absolutely amazing. And I've actually got family in Cork, so you head over and find the Connerys, Dave, and actually all across Ireland I've got family. So thank you so much, guys, for having me on. I'm just here to really quickly share a little bit about my story. So my name is Erin O'Toole. Again, Dave, we keep it in the family. I am a mum of 3. I am a news producer, So I've been in television news since I came out of university. I have been living in England for the last almost 16 years now. I'm originally from Tasmania, the little island at the bottom of Australia. I came over to get international experience with my work and to spend time with my family, who are all based in England and Ireland. And then we never left, really. That's kind of how we found ourselves here. I found this opportunity 5.5 years ago now, and it really was fate. I really truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And I was at the time on maternity leave with my third child. I was on maternity leave from obviously the media. I had been working since I had arrived from Australia, really, for ITN, which is ITV News, one of the biggest broadcasters in the country. And I was not really looking for an opportunity, I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, I've always been someone that's very open. So I don't believe that we can always shut ourselves off. I think if you're open, things might come to you. And that's how I've always kind of lived my life. I've never been too prescriptive. But I wasn't desperate for an opportunity to earn extra income. I saw this as, I guess, something I thought, oh, this looks interesting. The girl who was promoting it on social media, she looked like she had a lot of energy. She looked like she was having fun. She was losing weight. I was like, oh, this might be something to look into. So I asked her about the products. And then I sort of went away. That's fine. Great. I thought, yeah, I might do those shakes one day. But I wasn't really keen at the time. I thought maybe it was a diet shake. So I was misinformed, and I thought, no, I don't really want to do that. And then I kept seeing her things and I realized it wasn't a diet shake. And then I literally saw her at an event and I remember exactly what I wrote to her. I just wrote to her, what is it that you're doing? Because you look like you're having more fun than I am at the moment. Because even though on paper, everything was great, I had 3 young children, gorgeous children, loves of my lives. My husband was doing really well with his career. It was taking off. He was flying here, there, everywhere. I had the job, great, excellent. It's what I had set out to achieve when I was in university. Really, I was really lost with where I sat in the world. I'd had these children. I really wanted to be active and involved in their lives. It wasn't something that I wanted to take for granted. So it was all of that. But at the same time, I just couldn't cope with not having anything else. I felt really lonely. I was sort of stuck at home the majority of my time. I didn't have people to interact with apart from going to like the occasional baby group, making sort of conversation with people, but not a true connection. And I think I felt really disconnected. And I think a lot in life is connection. You need to feel like you're connected to someone or something. And I was not feeling that. And I felt really, really guilty because I knew I should be so grateful for having everything that I had wanted. And I knew that I was in a really lucky and fortunate position. And then I felt guilty because I wasn't appreciating that. And it wasn't about not appreciating it. It was about knowing that I could do more and that I could be more. And that was leaving me feeling really dissatisfied. It really was. And I remember joking with a colleague about my news station that I was at the time. And I said, and I'm not going to keep mentioning the name actually in case, because this is recorded, but I said, where dreams go to die. Where dreams go to die. Because all around me, I was seeing my colleagues that had skills and talents and were wonderful people and amazing. And we were just being crushed because we weren't wanting to be in that grind all the time. And we weren't wanting to be 24/7 at work, and we wanted to have family life, and we wanted to enjoy ourselves, and we wanted to be on holidays, and we wanted to do all these things. And that wasn't seen as being, the perfect worker, I guess. So we were all feeling dissatisfied. We were all feeling like we weren't enough, I guess. We weren't enough because other people were deciding whether or not we were going to get promoted, whether or not we were going to be the ones to be given extra opportunities. And I just hated that because I sat there and I thought, what more can I do? What more can I give? And then, of course, what happens when you're in a working environment and you feel like people don't appreciate you, people don't want you, you take it on and you think, it must be me. It must be me. There is something about me that is not enough. And so I want to say to you guys, what is amazing about this opportunity is it's not up to anybody else. Okay? It's all on you. And that can be hard, right? Because in life, we're often used to people plucking us and promoting us or pushing us. And this, you have to do it. You have to promote yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to like elevate yourself, right? So I saw this as an opportunity when, as soon as I started to get involved, I was like, cool, it's up to me now. I love that. I love that. And I don't give myself excuses. You know, there are times when I cannot put much time into this business. Okay. I've got 3 children who are so incredibly active. I am a dance mum, a rugby mum, a football mum, a tennis mum, you know, performing arts, auditions. It's like full on. But I know that if I carve out time for this opportunity, and if I carve out time for my business and to put my dreams and goals up there as well as my family's, I know I can connect with amazing people. I can share my journey. I can make myself relatable to people. Okay. And that's all you need to do. You have to be you, but you have to give it your energy. Like Dave said, it's about passion, right? It's about energy. You cannot sit behind your reasons why you will not be successful in this business. If you sit behind those reasons, you will not be successful in this business. Okay. And I'm not saying it's always like level playing field. Okay. I get it. Life is not always level playing field. Things come in. People have different amounts of time they can put into this and everything like that. But use what time you've got. You know, think to yourself, am I going to promote myself? Because this is your opportunity to do that. It really is. You won't have an opportunity like this in other corporate jobs. You really will not. You will have probably a man in a suit telling you when you can have annual leave, when you can take your breaks, when you can have days off, when you can, you know, be present for your family. Okay? This, you don't have that. So be a really good boss to yourself. Okay? Don't give yourselves endless time off. Don't give yourselves, you know, excuses and reasons why you can't. And that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm super excited for everybody. I think we've all got a light inside of us. And, you know, so often we compare ourselves to other people. We tell ourselves all these reasons why it can't be us. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It can absolutely be any one of us. So shine your light, you know, be something and someone that brings joy to other people. It's the most rewarding thing. You will get that joy and love back and use that to fuel your fire. I've got to go and do a gymnastics run now. So
oh, thanks, Erin. Thank you so much for sharing that. Incredible. So you run off and do your mum duties. Thanks, Erin. So we've now got our next speaker. We've got Katarzyna Sukta, I hope I said that right, who's a PMD plus in the business. She started in 2013 with a Dutch upline in France. In a company with in a country that she was completely unfamiliar with. She only had the Juice Plus products and a goodwill. She attended the Nice convention in 2013, and that was a complete turning point. She believes you are a product of the product and a product of your own personal development. So this is her journey. So from 2014, she went to QNMD. Then she went from in 2016 NMD, 2018 PMD, 2021 PMD Plus and Club 100. And she has 20 NMDs in France. And her, I can't read what I wrote there. And her rallying call is, anyone is the champ. Sorry, I can't even read what I've written.
No worries, I can take it on.
Go on, take it on from there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me and for this introduction. I hope you are having an amazing Saturday morning, empowering and bringing you the strength and motivation you are going to need actually to go and rock it. Just little thing. I am Club 100 since 2016. Yeah. So I did my IMD position and I was Club 100, and since then forever more than that. So so that's a detail because that's my pride actually, this Club 100, and I was PMD Plus in 2020. So details doesn't matter. Where to start? Shall I give like my key points on being successful, right? You prefer than my.
Love your story because that will resonate, and then your key points, that would be lovely.
Okay, I mean, my key points actually are part of my journey. So as you know, I started in 2013 being a shy girl living abroad, not in my home country. I left my country when I was 19, and after my studies, I did my studies in French. So I'm Polish. I did my studies in French. Was living in Brussels at that time, and I was just somehow inside of me was searching for a better way, for a better life, actually. You know, coming from a small village in Poland, I needed to leave my country because the financial situation of my parents was really not that easy at that point, and I decided to take responsibility of myself and my life and just leave my parents, not being any super extra charge for them. And then at 19, being abroad, leaving my family, my friends, everything, and trying to, you know, to make a living in a country I wasn't speaking the language by that time. Today I can speak English, I can speak French, I can speak other language, so I can manage. But at that time, that was a big thing. But if there is a calling inside of you, you actually are going to find the strength to overcome anything that comes. And it's one of the key of success, or, you know, living your life with passion, with fulfillment. I would say the one big thing is to have courage. You have to have a courage. You have to have this courage to stand up for yourself, to follow your calling, to follow your intuition, because actually intuition is the voice of God speaking through you, right? And having this faith that if something arises in your head, if something is really vibrating in your heart, this is the voice you need to follow. This is the voice that's going to liberate you from anything that might be an obstacle in your way. It doesn't mean it is easy. It's not easy. You have to face your challenges, face yourself, face your doubts, face your fears. But at the other hand of that, there is this liberation, there is this freedom, there is this unlimited power that we all have inside. And as all of you has actually at some point said yes to the Juice Plus company, to network marketing, which is the most incredible journey of growth, of personal growing, you are on the right path. But now it's up to you to have courage, to stick to the plan, to stick to this company, to stick to anything that is uncomfortable, to stick to going out of your comfort zone. Your success is going to be out of your comfort zone. You cannot sit and hide and hope that it's going to happen. You need to stand up, but literally you need to stand up and rise above anything that is limiting you today. Because if life that you have today is not satisfying you, you can change it. And to change it, you just need to make a decision. You know, again, have a courage and stand up for yourself, whatever it is. And as I was going through my journey, really, the person that I am today, that you're seeing, is not the person from 2013. But luckily enough, I had this voice of my upline saying to me, hey, champ, you can do it. And actually it was enough for me to go and do it. I had no tools, no nothing, you know, speaking French with my Dutch upline. I had nothing to start my business, but my will and my products. And that's it. This is what you need to do this business, to make it to the top. From zero to hero. You want to know the story how I made my first sales? That's epic. You need to hear it. So at sometimes, you know, back in 2013, we haven't been working on social media. It was not that easy, right? So you needed to make some kind of presentation, degustation, and this kind of thing. So I actually organized one like this in my job when I was working by then, and I did this degustation, you know, shakes with banana, with strawberries, everything delicious, ready for my colleagues to try, and they did it, and they liked it, and I actually sold my first package of shake, and it was in a tube by then, one package to 3 persons. Okay. You got it, from zero to hero. My first sales was 1 package of shake to 3 colleagues. Nobody took like whole order for themselves, yeah? But what happened at that time? I was so fucking super proud of myself, and I, you know, take my phone, calling Eddie, saying, hey Eddie, I made my first sales, 1 package of shake to 3 people. And you know what Eddie says to me? Hey champ, congratulations. You did 1. You can do 100. Go get it, Tiger, somehow, right? So there was no mercy. Nobody could do this business but me. And you have heard this already today, and that's so relevant. So it's all up to you. Why I am saying that you're actually being successful in this business is being product of your product, because you need to stand straight, strong behind what you want to propose to people, right? How you stand up, your attitude is going to determine your altitude about the knowledge about the product, about the faith, about all the good things that are happening when you take the products. And you see, you said it, when you take the products, you're younger and younger, and that is true. Just leave this mission. Eat all the products, because the more you eat, one day my upper upline said, the more you eat, the more sales you make. And that's true. And then you are the product of your personal development, because your business would grow up under yourself. You need to be 1 step ahead of where you want to be mentally. You know, when I was at the position QNMD, my upline said to me, hey champ, now you have to act as an MD. If you want to be an MD, you act as an MD. You don't come to me complaining about stupid things. You stand up as a leader and you do it. Was I born as a leader? This shy little tiny girl from a small village in Poland? Hell no. But what happened? I stood up. Each time I was beaten, I was judged, I was laughed off. Do you think I had people that was refusing to me because my accent was wrong in French? S'il vous plaît. Oh my God. What do you think? Was it easy to create a team of French people, me being Polish with Eastern accent? My head, yes. And actually at QNMD position, I had the biggest setback, because I was publicly, how to call? I wouldn't say dismissed, but publicly put down by one of the members of my team before the rest of my team. I had a very small team of 5 people. That was my first meeting. And I was trying to be the leader. I was learning how to be. And then I hear all these things that we have nothing, a stupid PDF given to clients. We have nothing. This is bullshit. What I am doing is just not good enough. And imagine what happened at that point. My button straight in my heart here of not being good enough was switched on. And what happened? I was devastated. I just was out of myself, and I said, if it's like this, show me how to do it better. I'm out of it. And it was just 2 millimeters where I actually sent a message to my upline Eddie saying, Eddie, I gave all I had to this little team. It's far too difficult for me. It's too hard. I cannot do it anymore. That's my resignation. I'm going to send an email to the company saying that that's it. I'm done. Because what happened, you know, me, Polish, building business in French, working full time at that time. I was waking up at 6 to work for an hour before I was going to my job. In a car, that was my university. I learned Jim Rohn, building your network marketing business by heart, trying to wash my hand of anything that could stop me. And I was coming back from home, just eating quickly. At the lunch break, I was working, you know, connecting with my clients, coming back, working up until 2 a.m. So that I could translate anything that I had from Dutch, not speaking Dutch, just in between us. And I was translating from Dutch into French to give something to people. And I really had this feeling that I gave it all for the whole year. I burned out totally. And when they said to me, it's like bullshit, I said, okay, I have enough, can't do it anymore. But then my upline said, champ, just take your time. Just take your time. And another big thing is that when you surround yourself with the people that actually are either neutral or are tearing you up, but never pulling you down, that's very important. I was surrounded with Eddie, who always believed with me, and with some other leaders that were there and said, just Kate, take your time. I'm going to take care of everything, and when you're ready, you can come back. And that was a year that I have actually cried as much as I think. I have cried like hectoliters of my tears. Yes, Eddie Vermeer is my upline. And but I decided, you have always two choices, right? Either you can sit on your couch and cry yourself out and not doing nothing, or you can actually go outside and search answers inside of yourself, thanks to your personal development. And those was the year that I have actually spent all my Juice Plus money on trainings. I did Whole Mastery University of Anthony Robbins. I did Millionaire Mind Intensive 3 times that year, and other seminars. I think I traveled to 7 different countries, did like 9 different seminars that year. And at the end, the Date with Destiny of the Anthony Robbins, I hear those words. Hey, get ready. Because that was like to my face, saying that someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality, and that your life is in your hand. Your life is your responsibility. And for the whole year, when I was devastated by this other lady that just said those bad words about me in front of others, I was giving my responsibility to her. I gave myself the right to cry, to be a victim, to be this little, oh girl, that is so poor. And I lost a year of my life. Lost, of course, in saying, because at the end of the day, that was the biggest and the most incredible experience that had happened to me, so that I could actually take out all of those layers of illusion and come back to acceptation of myself. I have accepted that I am not perfect, that they laugh of me that I am Madame la Ministre, Prime Minister, because I tried to be professional, so that they laughed of me that I actually was promoted to QNMD because I slept with my upline and all of those kinds of things. Okay, everyone has the right to have their opinion. You know, actually, the truth is like your ass. Everyone has its own, okay? And it's up to you, whatever you choose to be the truth that you're going to live and stand for. So I decided after that to come back on track, and this is where my other position came back. I have created then a leader inside of me, but with acceptation. I had the whole way to learn still, but I just started to practice acceptation and self-love. And I said, okay, I fall down, I'm going to stand up. I can stand up, then I will lay for a moment, and then I will stand up. And I took this attitude that if you close the door for me, I'm going to go back by window. Because what was the most important for me? My goal, my better life, and then the mission of helping others. Because you know what I realized? That as much as I opened the door of possibilities for myself, other people were coming with me. It was like opening the doors for them. So I was like the first, opening the doors, and people were coming, and I could observe how their life was changed. And that was giving me this drive, right? And this mission that has become today my mission, and this thing that is actually making me jumping out of the bed today. That was the biggest one. Have the courage, have the faith, have a trust in the process. If me, 0 from 1 sales to 3 people, I could become PMD Plus, Club 100 and more, EPAC member for a year, and all of these things, recognitions. I want Chicago, I want Dubai, I want everything, but I was never focused on that. I was focused on how to open door to people, and how to how to put this grain of faith inside of their heart so that they can start believing and seeing opportunities for them. And in the beginning, I was doing this business for money. My goal was to earn 5,000 euro per month. And then each time I said to myself, I'm going to double. And I did 10, 20 and more. And then it has become different thing that was important for me, not money anymore. It's like Geoff says, you stop doing this business by what? You just do it by inspiration. So what I would leave you with is really to look inside of yourself, to love yourself so much, to accept yourself. To accept yourself with the process of becoming a leader, of becoming the person that is going to share the product, becoming the one that is going to be able to manage a team. Just be so respectful and thankful to yourself already that you have said yes, because that's the first step. And then each time, it doesn't mean that you can allow yourself to sit down and do nothing, but it means you forgive yourself for doing mistakes, for sometimes falling down. And each time you empower yourself with love, with acceptation, forgiveness, to stand up, learn from the experience, and go forward. This is your journey, guys. And you only can learn by mistakes. And you only can learn by making experiences. Actually, there are no mistakes. There are only experiences, right? And either you learn or you win. That's the truth. You win your life each time you overcome an obstacle. You win your life. Okay, so I want to make a call to action for you, is to really put it all excuses, all limitation outside. They are present, and we all have it. But what is more, it's here inside. It's your heart that is beating actually only for you, your own personal motor. That can give you all strength and all answers if only you connect to that. But in order to connect with your heart, you just need to accept that you are perfect as you are. You don't need to be anyone else. If God wanted you to be someone else, he would produce you as someone else. And you here, Alice, Paula, Mary, Howard, you are perfect as you are. But it means that if you think you could do more, you can. If you think you can learn more, you can. Just need to stand up and go for it. This is my call to action. Stand up and go for it. It's your life, and time is passing. How long do you want to wait? Time goes by. And your dream life can start today. And it will start with the decision you're going to make. After this magnificent morning organized for you. Guys, just love yourself and go for it. And I believe so much with you. There is no coincidence. You are chosen, you have chosen yourself, you have chosen Juice Plus. So take it, go spread the message, love yourself, forgive yourself, and just go to the top. It's just a question of time. I truly, truly, truly thank you for this beautiful time this morning. Wish you all the best, and I hope to see you on the top. There is a lot of space here waiting for you. Thank you.
Katarzyna, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, just from your heart, it's just absolutely beautiful. Your story, like, you know, your struggles, and having that year in between where, you know, you went and did all that soul searching and the whole Tony Robbins and everything, and you could easily have not come back to Juice Plus, but you did, and it just shows you used all of those, you know, the learnings and everything that you learn, all that self-development to push yourself right up to the top. And, you know, what you've taught us today is absolutely incredible. Thank you so, so much. And,
you know,
congratulations for all your success.
Thank you very much. You know, there was one thing that, one sentence that always actually catch my attention when I was attending Tony Robbins events. He said that the Tony Robbins we are seeing is the Tony he has created. And I said, how come? That means that each of us can actually create the version of us that we want to be. If you act as if you want to be more self-confident, act as if you were already. Your mind is not going to make the difference, yeah, whether you pretend or whether you already are. But at least you give yourself an experience that is bringing you closer to the version that you want to be. Act as if. From Millionaire Mind Intensive Training, T. Harv Eker, I really advise you to read the book Millionaire Mind, right? Is to actually give yourself an experience of a rich person. Would you give yourself an experience to going to 5-star hotel just for having a coffee? For me, it was like, oh no, that's not my territory. I'm not going to feel well there. But I did, because they say to do. And what is important? You play full out in your life. You play 120%, like if it was actually last week of your life. Then there is not much of limitation. You just go with the flow. Right? Well, yes, someone is going to judge me. Someone is going to tell me, leave this 5-star hotel. I can guarantee you, no, they are going to serve you a tea or coffee in the best porcelain and even giving you a cookie for free. Okay, you are going to pay maybe expensive coffee, but you're going to have a cookie and you will be treated like a queen. Give yourself experience of life you want to have. And act as if, and it will come. It's just a question of time. Okay, I stop. I need to run. Sorry for taking too much time. Thank you very much. Love you all. Thank you for all beautiful comments here. Hope to see you soon somewhere in the conventions we are going to have. Please come, say hello, and I will be more than honored to share a moment with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thank you for inspiring us all this morning. Have a wonderful day. See you at the next convention. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Wasn't that just absolutely incredible? Just, you know, thank you to all of the speakers that came on this morning. You always just share your, you know, amazing golden nuggets, give up your time for us and, you know, inspire us like to the tops, like absolutely amazing. And James, thank you so much for putting this on every single month and getting all the amazing speakers, and yeah, and for just everyone for taking part. So who is ready to go for gold? Are we going to do a big cheer? Yeah, got to go for gold. Yay! And who is already on their way to kind of going off to Rio? We're going to do that. Yeah, fantastic. And yeah, just and 90-day game plans. I think, you know, what I think we should all just keep on going with the 90-day game plans. Make that decision to just really take your life to your business to the next level. And you know, as everyone on the show this morning has said, everybody can do it. You just have to follow what other people have done. So let's just do that. And thank you again for absolutely everyone. We'll see you next month. All right, have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Bye.